Everyone. Really excited about sharing our journey with you. Both Ragini and I have really benefited from mantra meditation, and we thought that everybody else could also use it. So here we are. This is our offering to you, and we hope you enjoy it. I will give you a brief background of, we have done a couple of introductory sessions, but I'll kind of recap that. And thereafter, I will walk you through some of the basic meditations. We have planned a series of such meditations because it's a vast field of mantras is a vast field. But today we'll just tackle with some of the very basic common mantras. The whole universe as we know it is generated and sustained by sound. And the nature of mantras is to attract energy through resonance with larger fields of energy and eventually with the universal energy field. Now, each mantra, to understand mantra and energy, we have to go back to what Nikola Tesla said. Everything in this world can be understood in the context of energy, vibration, and frequency. Everything, humans, plants, rocks, animals, planets, you name it, everything animate and inanimate is made up of energy, and energy is a packet of information, and everything, all these packets of information are vibrating at different frequencies. Each frequency has a certain power in it, and the nature of a mantra is each mantra is a gateway to a different state of awareness. So think of it like the mind is a radio, and the mantras is like is a way of changing channels to go to any desired music that you want to listen to or any desired frequency you want to live at. So basically, as we discussed last time, mantras is made up of two words, man and tra. Man is the word, tra is a tool. So mantra is a tool to control your mind, to restrain it from unwanted activities and actions which drain our energy. It helps us to focus on what we want. Now, to understand mantras, first we have to understand that there are a mantra meditation. Let's understand the stages of mantra meditation. And throughout this series I'll be referring to this, so it'll be a good idea to sort of understand this, and later when we at the question and answer session you can raise, if you don't understand, I'll be happy to clarify. So first, there is everything happens at three levels: at the body level, mind level, and intellect level. At the body level, the mantra meditation is just like vibration. Even if you do nothing else, if you just sit and listen to the mantra, whether yourself singing it or somebody else chanting the mantras or through a recorded YouTube or whatever it is, it will start to create changes, positive changes in your body. And there is a whole host of research in the field of cymatics where they show the impact or influence of sound on the body. So that's at the body level, if we do nothing else and just listen to mantras. Then the second level is at the mind level, where we start to understand the meaning. And this is what we are trying to do here, to explain the meaning behind these Sanskrit mantras, these ancient mantras that have survived the test of time. For 5,000 years, they have come down in history and are still relevant and valid today. So when you understand it, you go to a different, you shift paradigm and go to a different level. It's like going to a music concert in a different language. You enjoy the music, but when you understand the lyrics, it has a different level of understanding and enjoyment. And finally, you go to the level of the intellect, where you just don't get caught up in the meanings, but you become one with that sound. You become one with that sound, and that is at the intellect level. In the ancient Vedic scriptures, they've given the analogy of a chariot, which is very useful to understand these three stages of mantras. So the first one is the vibration level. At the body level, it's just a chariot, our body. And then when we bring the mind component to it, we are attaching horses to the chariot. But the chariot and horse don't know how to interact with each other, where to go. Then you bring the rider, the charioteer, who controls the chariot and the horses, and they are working in unison. So that is what we do. Mantras at the body level is controlling the chariot, mind level is controlling the horses, and intellect level is the charioteer who is controlling both the horse and the chariot. Now let's go to the method of mantra meditation. So in the Vedic culture, they use the term upasana. You do upasana with a mantra, and upasana is broken down to two words, upa and asana. Upa means close, asana means sit, like in yoga, asanas, you're sitting pose. So you sit close to what? Sit close to a high ideal, an archetype. So this basically ties into the concept of a role model or a celebrity in any field, whether it is music, art, business, sports. We always have a role model, and we want to observe their every behavior, their thinking, their way of living. That is what this celebrity endorsements is all about. If they say use this, you want to use it because it has worked for them, it will work for you, whether it is shoes or clothes or any kind of training. So upasana concept is that sitting close to your ideal, these archetypes, these gods and goddesses are not human beings. They're not even extraterrestrial beings. These are energy archetypes. So there are archetypes, there are hundreds and thousands of archetypes for healing, for abundance, for success, for money, for everything, for looks, whatever you can think of, there is an archetype. And if you sit close to it, you start imbibing that. And the science behind this is the science in the law of physics of entrainment. And what does the theory of entrainment say? The best example is to understand entrainment is the concept of clocks with pendulums. There was an experiment done where it put different clocks with different size pendulums together close to each other. At first, the different clocks with the different size pendulums were oscillating or vibrating at different frequency. But they noticed that after a while, all the smaller clocks with the smaller pendulum started vibrating at the same frequency of the large pendulum and clock, to say that this larger energy will always retrain the smaller energy. So when you sit close to a ideal concept or archetype, the assumption is that you start vibrating at that level. From a lower consciousness, we start moving gently and surely to that higher frequency. And how does this entrainment happen in the world of mantras? Again, there are three stages. The first stage, the Vedic rishis or sages call it Shravana. Shravana means listening. Then manana. Manana means reflection, thinking about it. And the final stage is called nididhyasana, which is meditation. So the modern, people, we just want to immediately jump to meditation. It is not very successful. We don't realize how difficult it is because we have not gone through the first two stages. The first stages is listening to something. How do we copy from our models, our role models? We listen to everything we can about them. We see, we watch them. Second stage is the mananam, where we gather information, understand what is it these role models are doing. And these archetypes, these mantras are specifically focused on a particular archetype. You look at their clothes, you look at the mantras describe their physical features, their vehicles, weapons they carry. Everything has significance. This is what we start reflecting on. And finally, you become one with them. Exactly what they wear, what they do, what they represent, we become that. So this is the method behind the mantra meditation. Now I would like to go to the invocation. Today, what we are trying to do, the actual interactive part of the meditation, of the mantra meditation. In any mantra, there are a few common things you will find. The first and foremost would be Om. Either it will start with an Om or it will start with Shri. Now, I'm going to explain in detail about Om and Shri as well. Then it will end with Namaha or Swaha. And finally, it will end with three chantings of Shanti, which means peace. And let's understand why these things are done. Now, Om is the primordial sound. It is the universal vibration. Why is that the universal vibration? Because it encompasses the entire manifest universe. It encompasses the creation, the maintenance or sustenance, and the dissolution or transcendence. And how does it do that? Because the three Om actually is made up of three syllables: a, u, m. And if you notice, if you practice all these three syllables, you can do it without using your tongue. So if you remove your tongue, if you stick it to your palate, you can still do a, u, m. So this, you don't need your tongue to make these three basic sounds. And if you practice these sounds separately, just keep saying ah for a long time, and then ooh for a long time, and then for a long time, you will start noticing that when you keep saying ah, your body vibrates from your reproductive organs down to your feet. That is where the ah sound vibrates. And guess what? The reproductive organs is the creative part of you. You create with your reproductive organs. The oo sound, if you bring awareness to it, will vibrate from your belly button to about your throat. And guess what? That is where your heart is, because the heart is the one that sustains and preserves you. You can be brain dead, but you cannot be heart dead. The day your heart stops, you are finished, flat line. So that is the preservative part of us. And then when you do, you'll realize that from the neck to the top of your head, your your entire face, your crown starts vibrating. That is the transcendence part. That is the mind, the neocortex, which helps you to transcend, to think through, use your intellect to go from limited thinking to unlimited thinking, limitless thinking. So ah is the creative phase, u is your preservative phase, is your transcendence or dissolving lower states of consciousness. And Om also encompasses the waking state, the dream state, and the deep sleep state. Plus, the rishis realize there is another state called the Turiya. And for want of a better word, it is not actually a state. It is called the fourth state. Turiya means the fourth state. And that is called Shunya, void, from which all these other three states, the waking, the dream, and the sleep state, emanate and go back. Because Turiya, or the void, or Shunya in Sanskrit, means zero. Can you imagine going through mathematics without the concept of zero? Everything has to get balanced out. If there was no zero, there would be no mathematics. Likewise, if there is no void, no Shunya, there is no world. So Om encompasses both all three states, which we are familiar with: waking, dream, deep sleep, plus Turiya, which is the state of void, the Shunya. So that's about Om. And of course, it translates to your waking state, translates to your conscious mind, your dream state translates to your subconscious mind, and your deep sleep state translates to your superconscious mind. So that is about Om. Now, Shri is a representation of the abundance principle. So every time you start a mantra with Shri, you are affirming that I am hoping to. It is also another word for hope. Prosperity is made up of two words: pro-spera. Pro is going towards, spera is hope, towards hope. So when you go towards hope, every mantra you're doing with hope that it will take you to abundant states of being, which will take you to your ultimate state of being. So that is why we start with Om and Shri. Then we finish with Namaha or Swaha. Now Namaha is two words again: Na, Maha. Na is a negation, not. Maha is again combination of two words, which is mama. Mama is mine, and aham is I. So the root cause of all our problems is when we get stuck with me and mine. That is our limited state. So you're saying you are negating With this mantra, you're saying, I'm not my limited state. I am offering my limited body and mind to this grand vibration and grand archetype to raise me to that level. So na maha, meaning I am not, I am sacrificing or I'm offering my me and my principle. Na maha, aham and mama, me and mine. And swaha again is broken up into two words. Swa is I. Ha is I am putting it into, I'm sacrificing it into this greater, fire, into the fire of knowledge. So swaha is when you are offering your ego, so that your small, limited body and mind dissolves and you become one with the universal vibration and principle. Now we end with three shantis: shanti, 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 and that encompasses the principle of as outside, so within, as above, so below. So if there is chaos and unhappiness outside, you cannot ever hope to be happy and content inside. So that is why you're saying, when you say first principle is shanti, you are asking for invoking peace inside you. Second, shanti is invoking peace in your external environment. And third, shanti is invoking peace in the cosmic world, in the universe as such. All the natural laws should also be living in tranquility. So these are the three reasons why we say shanti, shanti, shanti. Now, the next thing that we do in a mantra practice is invoke Lord Ganesha. Now, we don't have time to go into great details about the imagery and the archetype of Ganesha, but suffice it is to know that Ganesha stands at the gateway. He is guards the gateway between the material world and the spiritual world. And if you go into the how he was born and the story behind his archetype, this will become very clear. So before we start any mantra practice or any endeavor for that matter, we invoke that energy, that archetype that takes us from the material world of limited 3D existence to the spiritual world of limitless being. So that's why we invoke Ganesha, and we say Om Gam Ganapataye Nama. So Om, you understand why we are invoking all three states plus the fourth Turiya state. Gam is a seed sound. Each of these archetypes have elaborate definitions and descriptions, and also a seed sound. So Gam is the seed sound to invoke that principle that removes obstacles. So we say Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. I am offering my limited body and mind. Please remove the obstacles so that I can move from this material 3D world into the energy world of limitless dimensions. Then we typically, if you are doing a mantra by yourself, you can skip this one. It's called the group chanting mantra. But if you're doing it even with one other person, be that a guru or a fellow, a friend or somebody, if two people are practicing or chanting a mantra, it is a good idea to do this mantra, which is called the Sahana Vavatu mantra. Now I will let me read it out to you. So it is a mantra for group energy. And basically what it does is it invokes ease, joy, and glory in the effort. When two people are getting together, they are setting the intention that we are invoking ease for both of us, joy for both of us, either both or a group, and glory for each of us, so that we are not at tandem. In our speech, we are saying we are doing this together, but inside we have different goals. This is to synchronize our goals. So what do we do? Om Sahana Vavatu. Saha is together, now is two, both of us, and Avatu is protection. So we say, may he, that universal energy, or protect us both. That is the ease. Saha no bhunaktu. Saha is together, no is both of us. Bhunaktu is to enjoy. So ease and joy. May he cause us both to enjoy. Sahaviryam karavavahe. So may we both exert together. maybe we are sitting here to start an endeavor, maybe both exert, put our best effort. Tejasvina vadhitamastu. May our study or endeavor become brilliant. Tejasvi is brilliant. Ma vid visha vahai. So it says, may we not turn against one another, because very often two people or two groups of people may start doing something together, but somewhere along the way, some misunderstanding develops, and animosity develops, and hatred and jealousy develops. So this is preventing that from the beginning. We asking that energy, universal energy, to protect us both, to help us both enjoy, to help us both exert ourselves, so that our end result is brilliant, and may we not turn against each other. So this is a powerful mantra. Anytime you do anything together, not just mantras, any activity, you can start with this group mantra. I will chant for you. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So Om Sahana Vavatu, may he protect us both. Sahano Bhunaktu, may he cause us both to enjoy. Sahaviryam Karavavahe, may we both exert ourselves, put in our best effort. Tejasvina Vadhitamastu, may our study or endeavor become brilliant. Ma Vid Visha Vahe, may we not turn against each other. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Then first we do Om, then we invoke Ganesha, that to go from material limited living to spiritual unlimited living. Then we invoke this group mantra. Then we invoke the Guru principle. Guru is made up of two words. Gu is darkness. Ru is one who leads us out of the darkness. And it can be a person, it can be an animal, it can be a book, it can be anything. But you have to invoke that principle, which encompasses, is a combination of Brahma, which is the creative energy, Vishnu, which is the preservative energy, the energy that preserves or sustains, and Shiva, which is the energy that dissolves or transforms or transcends. So basically it would be Om Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So what we are essentially saying is, we are invoking Gurur Brahma, the creative power of the universe, Gurur Vishnu, the power that preserves and sustains, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, we are invoking the power that dissolves negativity, helps us to transform and transcend to a higher level of awareness. Gurur Eva Param Brahma, to that universal guiding principle, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I offer my salutations. I am offering my limited mind and body. Please take me to a higher level of awareness. Then we are going to start with these are the basic mantras in every session we will talk about, or you should practice. You can incorporate into your mantra practice. Now today's three special mantras that I want to talk about, they correspond to my three basic principles of personal transformation. The first principle is, we create our own reality. 2, everyone and everything is connected. 3, abundance is our basic nature. So the first principle is, I create my reality. What is my reality? Is my reality this limited body and mind, or is it an unlimited being? And the Vedic rishis have told us that our true reality is unlimited, and our reality is actually Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat is truth, that which does not change, holds good for all times and all places. Chit is awareness of that truth. And when you become aware of that truth, you go into a state of ananda, bliss. So, how do we recognize, acknowledge our true self of Sat, Chit, Ananda, truth, awareness, and bliss? This is the mantra that will help us go to that awareness that I am the truth and I am always in a state of bliss. It is called, the mantra is Asato Ma Sat Gamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotir Gamaya, Mrutyorma Amritang Gamaya, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So what it says is Asat is unreal. From the unreal, lead me to the real. Asato is unreal. Ma is me. Sat is truth. Gamaya, take me. Lead me from the unreal idea that I am this limited body and mind to the real, which is that I am unlimited being. I'm a powerful being, and I'm a being of infinite energy. Then tamasoma jyotir gamaya. Tamas is darkness. Tamas ma is me. Jyotir is light. Gamaya is lead me. So lead me from the darkness, lead me to the light. And mrutyor is death. Death meaning is the dissolution of the limited, not our physical death, but death of limitedness. So mrutyor mami, amrita is unlimited, limitless, gamaya, take me towards that. From the limited, lead me to the limitless. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So let me chant it for you once. Om Asato Ma Satgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrutyorma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So this mantra says, from the unreal, lead me to the real. From the darkness, lead me to light. From the limited, lead me to the limitless. Om, peace, peace, peace. Now, the second principle of personal transformation is everything and everyone is connected, interconnected. And this is expressed in other languages like as within, so without, as above, so below. So if there is unhappiness, suffering, pain in the outside world, we cannot stay separate from it. And this COVID pandemic has come to teach us that anything that happens remotely in any part of the world, Australia, China, India, Africa, Europe, America, it will have an impact sooner or later on the rest of the world. So that is why in our prayers, we ask for peace in the external world as well. So this mantra is Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha. May everyone be happy. Sarve Santu Niramaya. May everyone be free from all diseases. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. May everyone see goodness in everything. Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. May no one suffer. Let me chant this for you. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha. May everyone be happy. Sarve Shantu Niramaya. May everyone be free from all diseases. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. May everyone see goodness in everything. Om Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. May no one suffer. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. The third principle is abundance is our basic nature. This sense of lack or poverty consciousness that we have associated with, that we don't have enough, we are not enough, we are not doing enough, being enough, having enough. Mantras can help us transcend this limited poverty consciousness and lack consciousness. And this mantra is called the morning mantra. When you wake up in the morning, first thing, you get up, you open your eyes and you open your palms and you visualize. Because, remember in the introductory session, we said what we think, we become. What we feel, we attract. And what we visualize, we create. So by visualizing, we are creating this. And this one, we look at our palm and we visualize at the tip of the palm the principle of abundance. In the middle of your center of your palm, you invoke and visualize the principle of wisdom. And at the bottom of your palm, at the base of your palm, you visualize the all-encompassing universal energy. How can your day go badly or in a limited way? When you are invoking abundance, wisdom, and the universal energy, that is what you are setting your mood, your mind, your thoughts, your feelings, your visualization to. It's like your GPS for the day. So this mantra is called, goes like this. Karagre vasate Lakshmi. At the tips of my hand resides the energy of material abundance. Lakshmi stands for, is also known as Shri, and is an archetype of material abundance. Karagre vasate Lakshmi. At the tips of my hand resides the energy of material abundance, which is Lakshmi. Kara Madhye Saraswati. In the middle of my hand, in the center of my hand, resides the energy of spiritual wisdom, ultimate wisdom. Karamule tu Govinda. At the base of my hand resides the supreme consciousness. Prabhate Kara Darshanam. Prabhate Kara Darshanam. I invoke these three energies at dawn. Prabhate is dawn, early morning. First, it need not literally be early morning. It can be at the beginning of the day. It can be the beginning of a project. It can be the beginning of a year. It can be the beginning of anything you are invoking, setting the GPS into material abundance, spiritual wisdom, and supreme consciousness. If you believe in the principle of entrainment, which physics corroborates, then you are going to resonate or raise yourself to resonate at these three energies: material abundance, spiritual wisdom, and supreme consciousness. So these are the three mantras I wanted to discuss for the beginner mantra meditation. And of course, the common mantras, which is Om, Shri, and we say Shanti 3 times we invoke, and Namaha and Swaha we understood. Now the practice suggestions. These mantras are beginner meditations. It can be done anytime, anywhere, does not require any preparation. And people ask how many times. There are certain numbers that have been recommended. So if you can do the very minimum once, 3 is a very powerful number, because the universe manifests itself in 3. We say now Shanti 3 times. We have the creative principle, we have the preservation principle, and the dissolution principle. For 3 is a powerful number. 9 is an extremely, any multiples of 9, 18, 27, 36, 54, and ultimately 108. Depending on your time and inclination, you can use any of these numbers. And the 2 other numbers, 11 and 12. 11 is a feminine energy, to invoke the feminine energy. 12 is the masculine energy, and we'll discuss that another time. So these, you can do the mantras 1 time, 3 times, 9 times, 11 times, 12 times, 18 times, and all multiples of 9, culminating at 108. You can chant these mantras anytime, anywhere, and what helps also is to, if you really want to see the impact of these mantras, to commit to a certain time, a certain number of practice at a, and create an altar. And in that altar, you place things that resonate with your higher consciousness, whatever you look up to, your, anything that inspires you. And then you can do these mantras, and having, it's like looking at the flag of your country. That flag is not your country, but when you look at it, it reminds you that that is what it stands for, that is what I'm striving towards. So that is why creating an altar is very important. It helps. And most important is the intention behind your meditation, mantra meditation. If you're doing it out of fear, it is not necessarily the best way to do it. It will help you, because the fear, you have to learn to make your faith bigger than your fear, because remember, what we feel we attract, not what we want. So if you're feeling fearful, then you are basically attracting more people, circumstances and situations that will make you more fearful. So try to develop create some level of faith with whatever inspires you in your tradition, your culture, your religion. It doesn't have to come from a different religion or a culture. So your intention and to have faith, it's very powerful. That is the alchemy, the mystical element that changes everything. So that is all the presentation today. And if you're ready, we can do the meditation part of it, which we promised at the beginning. So Ragini, I think do
Yes,
we want to, after we'll finish this meditation and take the question answers afterwards? Do you think that's the right thing to do?
yes, I agree. So let's do
Okay.
meditation
So
first.
we will have to mute everybody. It'll be good if their, video is on or whatever, but please mute everybody. And then it'll just a few, two mantras I would like to do to invoke tranquility in our entire universe and invoke planetary peace, cosmic peace. So these two will help us to create an environment of positive energy and higher vibration. So if people are ready, just make yourself comfortable, find a place and a position that you can hold for 10 minutes or so, not too long. But once you find that position, try not to fidget or move, because that is the practice that will help you to root this energy, to ground this energy. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Inhale and expand, and exhale and relax. One more time. Inhale and expand, and exhale, relax. Now visualize creating an energy vortex, a circle, a power spot, by holding hands with all the people here present in this workshop. We are going to use the synergy of this group to create a powerful energy vortex. Make a circle, hold hands, and create a circle of power spot in the middle. And first of all, place yourself in that power vortex. Then place your immediate family members in the power vortex. Thereafter, place your family members, extended family members, in that circle of power. Then place your friends in that power vortex that we have created with this group. Put all your community members in that power vortex. Put all the people that you know who need special prayers for strength and peace and love. And ultimately put all the people from your country and your world in that power vortex. And hold everybody in that circle of love and power while I chant this two mantras to invoke the prayer for tranquility first, and then cosmic peace. Om Bhumi Mangalam, may there be tranquility on the earth. Udaka Mangalam, may there be tranquility in the water. Agni Mangalam, may there be tranquility in the fire. Vayu Mangalam, may there be tranquility in the wind. Gagana Mangalam, may there be tranquility in the sky. Surya Mangalam, May there be tranquility in the sun. Chandra Mangalam. May there be tranquility in the moon. Jagat Mangalam. May there be tranquility on the plain. Jiva Mangalam. May there be tranquility in all living beings. Deha Mangalam. May there be tranquility in the body. Mano Mangalam. May there be tranquility in the mind. Atma Mangalam. May there be tranquility in the spirit. Sarva Mangalam Bhavatu Bhavatu Bhavatu. Sarva Mangalam Bhavatu Bhavatu Bhavatu. Sarvamangalam bhavatu bhavatu bhavatu. May there be tranquility in all of creation. Now we will pray to invoke the blessings of all the celestial bodies and cosmic energy. Om Brahma Murari Tripurantakari. Salutations to Brahma, the energy of creation, Murari, the energy of sustenance, and Shiva, the energy of dissolution. Bhanu Sashi Bhumi Suto Buddhascha. Salutations to the moon, the sun, the moon, Mars, and Mercury. Guruscha Sukraha Sani Rahu Ketavaha. Salutations to Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, North and South nodes. Kuruvanta Sarve Mama Suprabhatam. May all the planets help me to go forth well at the start of the day and the start of the year and the start of all endeavors. Shanti, may there be peace inside me. Shanti, may there be peace in my external environment. Shanti, may there be cosmic peace. Take a few moments to remain in this sacred silence. Take a deep breath in, expand and exhale and relax. One more time, breath in and relax. Last time, take a breath in, relax. Now rub your palms together, cup your eyes, blink into your cupped hands, palms, and when you're ready, only when you're ready, open your eyes and come back to this group gathering.